Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link and my official Instagram, both listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Twins, I hope that you're doing well. If you are a cross watcher, welcome. If you are here and you're not sure of what a twin flame journey is, I invite you to watch the link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length explanation of the twin flame journey that I've included in the description box below. She speaks for about an hour just about what the journey is all about, and she does such an incredible job. And I always defer to her explanation because it is very comprehensive and yet very succinct and very powerful all at the same time. In a short summary of what the twin flame journey is and why we're here today, twin flames are unlike soulmates. They are born of the same soul fire, born of the same soul frequency, two people who share the same soul and are incarnated in this lifetime into different people. Twin flames have an inexplicable bond, and when they meet each other, they can feel such an intensity of passion or emotion or friendship or soul recognition that is wonderful at first, but then almost becomes too much to handle. It's almost like the fire burns too hot, and there is often a separation between the twins. A runner and a chaser dynamic usually ensues, although you can have two runners and you can have two chasers, although I've never experienced anyone who said that they were two chasers in their dynamic. Two runners, yes. I've seen that as well. But twin flames are kind of like magnets. They have a magnetic pull. No matter how far you run, no matter how long you chase, the pursuit and the relationship, the bond can seem impossible, can seem excruciating, because here are two people that know that they have a connection that they may not be able to explain fully. It doesn't make sense even to them, but their soul recognizes it. Their soul recognizes themselves in the other person. Your twin flame is like your mirror. In the separation period, you experience a spiritual awakening. Hopefully you do. Discover your spiritual gifts and then use those gifts to not only follow your blueprint, follow your soul path, but also raise up your twin's frequency as well. They're doing the same kind of work. So I was a twin in separation. I was separated from my twin for 7 years, no contact for 5. And last year came into union with my twin. I do these readings to help twin flames in separation navigate the journey, as I was given guidance from other readers on YouTube. And this is my way of saying thank you and paying it forward and thanking Spirit for this journey. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to be from the Heart Path Oracle deck. And the tarot portion of the reading today will be from the Tarot of the Abyss, which is not the deck that I initially was guided to, but then it became clear that this had to be the one for today. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the water signs and their twin flame journey. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for the twins? It's crazy. This deck is very large. My hands almost cannot accommodate it, and I almost got like a cramp in my thumb from trying to shuffle. It was painful. It was painful. So Spirit is asking me to be mindful, slow down. Maybe that could be a message for you. Slow down. Take a breath. You are safe. Spirit wanted me to say that. You are safe. One card flipped out. This is beautiful. Enlightened leadership. Listen to the voice of the earth. Enlightened leadership. Listen to the voice of the earth. There's so much happening here. We see the kind of fish in this circle, which reminds me of Pisces energy. So Pisces, I'm actually going to claim that for you. You showed up in your own reading. We see the earth depicted down here, and there's a circle here. You might reside in that part of the circle, which covers a lot of the United States and Canada. So that is very interesting. It doesn't have to be, take it as it resonates. See, of course, the bees here, and of course, my name is Honey, so bees are always resonant for me personally, but they can also talk about high vibrational creatures. There's such a intelligence to bees. Not only are they sacred and responsible for so much of life on Earth as they pollinate. Of course, honey, this kind of sweet elixir, medicinal. The intelligence of bees comes from their vibration. There are two bees depicted here. So it's on, but they're on kind of opposite sides of the world. So it could feel like you and your twin have that opposites attract, but also feeling so distant and far from one another. But it's almost like, see this one little leaf from what feels like a sunflower. It's almost like accentuating the circle, which accentuates this circle. It's almost like this energy connects the two of you. So it's like this triangle. This Spirit said triad. Well, Spirit also said Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. I do not subscribe to that faith, but Spirit said it very clear in my head, so maybe that means something for you. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. The Trinity. The Trinity, right? So when I say Trinity, and it makes me think of the Matrix, because of course it does. And one of the main characters in that film, Trinity. You know, Neo and Trinity were twin flames, right? But the Pisces energy suggests to me psychic ability, suggests to me this kind of deep knowingness, using the intuition exclusively. And then we come into enlightened leadership. You and your twin might, in your separation, be discovering your leadership qualities. They're very important. Whatever job situation you find yourself in, or group dynamic, or maybe you're the leader of your own family, very important role. There are followers in this life and there are leaders. And Spirit is pointing out the fact that in whatever way you define it, you are a leader. You lead the way. You lead the path. You might be discovering your gifts, skills, and abilities that are extraordinary, and discovering how you are implementing them, or made or were born to implement them in this lifetime to assist or lead others. That came through very clearly. Listen to the voice of the earth. That also makes me think of the Schumann resonance, right? Especially because of these concentric circles around the planet in this depiction. The Schumann resonance, again, about frequency, the hum of the earth. So, I'm interested in the Schumann resonance, but it hasn't quite made its way into taking on a strong role in my life in a way that's useful to me. But it's very interesting to think that in the background, maybe subconscious, unconscious, maybe when we're asleep, the Schumann resonance, the pulse, the hum, the heartbeat of the earth is somehow kind of permeating its way into our bodies, into our dream states, into our astral realms and unconscious realms. So take that as it resonates. Your twin could be sending your twin's higher self, right? Them in the 5D, you in the 5D, could be sending out a signal through the Schumann resonance. I don't think I've ever communicated a message like that before. Let's get some cards on the table. The first set of cards will be your energy. Second set of cards will be your twins. This third set will be the connection. And I'll get a card of advice from Spirit at the end. I am only taking uprights in this reading. This is for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the twins. The twins. All right. Your energy, water signs, Queen of Swords. So pensive, isn't she? Leaning up against the sword of truth. Spirit just said of honor. The sword of honor, truth, integrity. I don't think I've ever referred to the sword as the sword of honor before, but here we are. You stand by your word. You're a person of your word. You keep your word. Spirit wants me to say. Keep your promises. You mean what you say, and you say what you mean. That's good. That's always good. But her eyes are closed. So it's almost like this truth that may be difficult to look at. I just saw 1313 on my timer. But there's great epiphany, because I see this illumination up here. There's great epiphany with this truth. Things are going to be so clear. And what are they clear about? The Knight of Pentacles approaching you. Could be your twin. It doesn't have to be. But it is a person who represents someone authentic. Knight of Pentacles is always authentic to me as a reader. Always. A person of their word. But not just that. They come with an offer. They come with a message. They come with something that is of the earthly realm, tangible, palpable. You can see here that he has a key around his neck. So it's almost like this person is going to unlock something for you, open up a door, open up an opportunity, open up some finances, or just make you see your earthly life in a different way. That's actually happened to me lately with somebody who, I mean, honestly, I just kind of met. And this person has really illuminated stuff for me. It almost feels like therapy. Illuminated a lot for me. And But it only came, one, when I got the epiphany from Spirit to visit this person, right? But I had to make a move, right? Like I knew something in my life needed to change. I needed to change somehow. And so I had to make a move, and I had to make a decision. Spirit was giving me the downloads. So it's almost like they're giving me that story from my experience to communicate to you that when you receive this epiphany, this knowledge from Spirit, which feels like almost an awakening, what comes with it are open doors, and then it becomes your decision on whether or not you walk through. I am inclined to say maybe you should walk through, because what becomes of that exploration could yield such a beneficial result to you. Let's get a clarifier. It's like you never know until you try. Ooh, wow, just a whole bunch of cards fell out. I'm only going to take the ones that fell in the upright, of which there were 3. It's a lot. There was a lot more than I anticipated, but Spirit has a lot to say. Number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Does it get any better than this? Maybe the Sun. Wheel of Fortune, number 10 of the Major Arcana. Major Arcana, the first 22 cards of the standard tarot deck. Talking about the archetypes of human experience. Divinely guided energies. By the time we reach the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, it's talking about divine timing and good luck, good fortune, prosperity, something moving in your favor. It's like I said, this person comes and opens up the door to prosperity, right? 4 of Wands next. Celebration, portal energy. The 4 of Wands card is also known as the 1111 card, the card of twin flames. There's even flames depicted. Lots of flames. Lots of flames. You might be meeting other twin flames. I've met other twin flames. I always know when I meet a twin flame too. It's crazy. It's crazy how twin flames find one another. I'm having a lot of experiences like that, and maybe you are too. Maybe because the twin flame journey can be so weird and isolating, because you just feel like no one else could possibly understand. This is not some casual fling. This is not some even devastating heartbreak. Devastating heartbreak? Yes, people experience that, sure. It's beyond. It's beyond that. It's almost like those people, after a while, you're just like, whatever. Better off without them. Your twin flame never goes away. Always permeates your consciousness. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever stage of life you're at, they will always be there, right? And that can drive someone absolutely to madness. And how do you begin to explain that to somebody who is not a twin flame? Even if they're spiritual, especially if they're spiritual, sometimes people just don't get it. And I know like a lot of tarot readers, they don't like to talk about twin flame journeys. They don't like to subscribe to that, because so much of what twin flames, or how twin flames have been represented in social media or whatever, popular culture, the documentary on Netflix, whatever it is, have like bastardized the meaning of, you know, these twin souls, which actually is a very ancient concept, right? Here in this card, we have duality. duality. So I can understand why people hesitate towards that, because, you know, maybe you're in, you know, somebody you know is in a toxic relationship, and they're like, oh, but it's my twin, you know, like, if you're a true twin, then the one thing that you know is that, in a way, you would never wish this. You would never wish this upon anybody else. You would not want to subject this feeling of longing and pain and suffering on other people, right? And I'm in union with my twin, right? The love of my life, my twin flame. I am in union with him right now, and yet there's still a weird kind of dynamic, a weird separation. The problems don't just magically go away. But we evolved. We're older, wiser. We talk to each other different. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. We talk to each other differently because we had time apart to figure out who we are and what our boundaries are and what we want and what we don't want, and could only do that in separation period, right? You're finding that portal for yourself right now, though your twin and their energy always loves you, is always surrounding you in love and in compassion, even if they're not there physically, even if you're not speaking to them. If you're a true twin flame and you go deep within, you eventually understand that to be true. And it's not easy with that epiphany. Here we are, Two of Swords, though it can split you and to be of two minds about it. How do we reconcile all of this? This is what you're dealing with right now. But it's beautiful. I mean, I think that in the meantime, all right, they always say, focus on yourself, focus on yourself. That is absolutely true. It is, like, really, really true. If you focus on yourself, and it's easier said than done, but if you can do it, if you follow your dreams, your bliss, your gifts, you start using them, not denying them, bringing them to the surface, becoming more authentically you, the doors of prosperity will open because you're doing Spirit's work. You're doing the hard work. You're coming into alignment with yourself and your higher aspect. What does that mean? It means you start listening to yourself. Every little inkling. Just like what I was talking about before. Essentially, what I was referring to was I started going to an acupuncturist. Never did that before, but I knew I was feeling some physical pain. I knew it was emotionally based. I was like, I gotta do something. Always wanted to try it. Googled somebody, no reference or anything. I'm like, okay, this seems good. It's easy to get to. Walked in one day and kind of forever changed. One small decision leads to something like a wheel turning in my favor. It has nothing to do with my twin. In the bigger aspect, yes. When we work on ourselves, it benefits your twin flame journey. The more you up-level yourself, it will almost force your twin to raise up to your vibration, and vice versa. If you're kind of down in the dumps, if you're feeling stuck, it almost activates your twin to rise to the occasion, to lift you up as well energetically. That's what you do for each other. That's what's so awesome. That is what is so awesome about the twin flame journey too. Whether you're saying it to each other, whether you're physically together, whether you're meeting each other in the astral and in the energetic spaces, you're by each other's side, lifting each other up. It's hard to believe sometimes, but it's almost like, try it. Try it. See what happens. Focus on yourself for a moment. See what happens. Come back to me. Let me know. When you start focusing your attention and your energy on yourself, it will only benefit you on your health, on your mental well-being, on your fun, on your career, on your creative pursuits, your business plans, your creative plans, on your connection to nature, your connection to your soul, your connection to your community. You start investing time and energy into all of those things, and where are we not benefiting? Where is your twin right now? This doesn't surprise me, because I was feeling it, you know? 5 of Swords. Their 5 of Swords is the card of winning at all costs, and I really truly despise this card, this particular card in this particular deck, because look at it, right? Here's this smug kid with what is essentially a pincushion, just ready to strike at this kind of helpless butterfly. It's rather despicable, and that I use that word very specifically. So I don't know if your twin is in this energy. Which one is your twin? Is your twin the cutthroat one? Is your twin the butterfly? What are they in your mind? That felt very important. That cuts deep, even for me as a water sign. Which one is your twin? How have you framed them in your mind? That feels very powerful. It feels crucial, actually, vital to, this feels like, okay, this feels like the breakthrough that you're gonna get. It's happening right now. The thing that has been difficult and is difficult to reconcile for you could be the fact that you've been looking at your twin as this, when maybe they're this. No. If they're this, should we feel sorry for them? It's not saying that. What I am saying is that there's a vulnerability here, and there's kind of unrelentingness here. And however you frame your twin, however you perceive them in your mind, right? What we see in our mind, we can have in our hand. What we see in our mind becomes our reality. You continue to see your twin as the villain in the story, which is not excusing anything that they've done. And this is not talking about people who are abusive or anything like that. That's not twin flame, by the way. Your twin flames are not abusive. They may be lost. They may be playing some games because they're playing games with themselves. But they're not abusive. But they could be trying to always find an escape route because they always feel trapped by life. Or maybe they're always having to one-up everybody else because they feel trapped. And they always need to one-up everybody because they've been hurt. whatever it is. This is a very powerful image. This is, Spirit wants you to think about this one for a second. It's in the column of your twin, but again, you mirror your twin's energy. Maybe also they're looking at you this way. Just contemplate that. It's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, asking themselves about what they've invested in. Was it worth it? Not saying yes or no. The card itself is just asking the question. I've put in all the work. I've baked all this bread. Is anyone going to eat it? Is anyone going to buy it? Does anyone care? Do I care? It's something your twin might be asking themselves. Let me, I'm gonna get a clarifier for this Five of Swords. 3 cards came out. Oh, lots of cards for your reading today. Water signs. We start with the King of Cups. Scorpio energy. Scorpio, you showed up in your own reading. King of Cups is somebody who, it's the highest love of all. Somebody who is very emotionally mature. Somebody who doesn't always express their emotions, but has ready access to their emotions. But they temper them. There's a maturity there. But as you can see in this depiction, the King of Cups is kind of riding the waves of the rocky seas. So not all is simple for your twin, right? And they're trying to navigate their emotions. The Five of Pentacles could be really difficult for them, but they're trying. Five of Pentacles is this feeling of being left out in the cold. You know, they could see you like this, so emotionally ready and able, and not having access to that, even though you could be over here, arms open, like, hey, I've invited you. Where are you? Three of Cups here. If you've ever watched any of my other readings, Three of Cups has a very particular meaning for me as a reader. Traditionally, the Three of Cups talks about celebration, partying, clinking glasses, you know, like coming together. For me, the Three of Cups always has represented something that I don't resonate with. And it's in the water suit, right? The cups. But for some reason, and especially in this depiction, right, I just don't like the way they look. So it's almost like, you know, maybe your twin is drinking a lot, you know, using substances, being swayed by family and friends, being distracted by other things, and trying to navigate everything and trying to find you in the process. They're going through a lot right now. Like your cards, your cards, the difference between your cards, which include the Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, right? And their cards, it's a very different feeling, isn't it? Indecisiveness, like this kind of cutthroat energy here, feeling left out in the cold, nosy neighbors, and like really, even with the King of Cups still riding the rocky seas, it's difficult for your twin right now. You don't have to feel sorry for them, but maybe just give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Again, focus on you. When in doubt, always go back to you. Turn back to you and your strength for yourself. That's always the ticket. That's always the ticket. This is what I've discovered in my journey. Whenever I'm feeling, you know, because I was the chaser in my connection. So whenever I'm feeling like that clinginess is coming up, I miss him, I want to talk to him, blah, 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 blah. Why isn't he calling me back? Why isn't he doing whatever it is, right? I just turn it right back on myself. Focus on myself. Take myself out to eat. Go out with friends. Work on my projects. I've got a lot going on. Focus on myself. Raise myself up continuously in whatever that way that means. Do the same for yourself. That's the guaranteed fallback whenever we're feeling a little insecure. And it can happen literally every second of every day in the twin flame journey. It's really annoying. I know, it's really annoying. You're meant for great things. And this is why we're going through it, right? Not everyone can be a twin. Can you imagine? You think about some of the people in your life, their relationships and what they've gone through. Do you think, I'm not trying to be snobby here, we'll keep this just between us, do you think they could handle a twin flame journey? No. Maybe some could not. The third 5 of the reading for the connection, right? This is where we come together. The Trinity. The Wise One, which is the Hierophant card of the Major Arcana, Taurus energy. Here we have a shaman, an elder, providing clarity, I want to say. Both kind of facing each other. One looking, is interesting. See how one is looking down and one is looking straight across? I find that very interesting. I feel as though this is your energy. This is your twin. It's like, and then it's clarified by the number 20, the Awakening card. The Judgment card. Resurrecting something from the dead, from the past. I feel as though your twin may be dealing with something that involves some kind of sadness or shame, but more specifically shame. And like you can see it. They're not speaking. The shaman is speaking. The wisdom is speaking. It's like you're both going to have to pass through this awakening. Let's get I'm gonna say what Spirit just said in my head. Feels a little brutal. That's what they said. I didn't want to say it, but I don't want to be disrespectful to Spirit. Feels a little brutal. Can I get a clarifier for the connection? 8 of Wands, and yet things are moving quickly. You're not going to have to linger in that feeling much longer. Things are moving at a clip, which is good. It's almost like rip the Band-Aid off, rip the Band-Aid off. Gotta just do it. We gotta do it so that we can advance. Let me get a card of advice from Spirit for the water signs and their twin flame connection. One card of advice, please. One card of advice, please. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. 2 cards came out. I can't even believe it. Another 5. Another 5. Which, if you've watched my other readings, I can't stand 5s. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in this reading. What do 5s represent? challenge. Which, you know, I'm not going to say this is not accurate because this is exactly how things feel right now. Five of Wands. And not just with twins, just with self, with life, with the world. Five of Wands, chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict within the self, with others. Right? But here, it's like they're the same. So why is there conflict? Because ultimately there's love. Ace of Cups. This is straight from Spirit. And Spirit is imploring you and your twin in their own path. Stop this fighting with yourself, doubting, the insecurity. I'm not handsome enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not intelligent enough, I'm not savvy enough, I'm not quick enough. To stop all that and open your arms up to something else. Ace of Cups is, ooh, thank you. Spirit just like swooped in on this side, like hard and fast, like really is almost like sucked the air right out of my brain right there. That was crazy. Spirit is here. It's like Spirit is here with this love for you. Receive it. They're not even asking anymore. They're just telling you. Receive it. Receive it in the very depth of who you are. This beautiful love from Spirit. You are Spirit. You are the divine. Receive that. That was very strong, Spirit. That's a beautiful way to end the reading. It's difficult. Yes. There's an acknowledgement of that here. But there's also the acknowledgement that sometimes you do it to yourself. And sometimes you can't blame your twin for that. And that's kind of a hard message too. But this is what awaits you. Quenches the thirst. Quenches the longing. Sustains you and allows you to prosper. A full heart. It is our sign. It is our element after all. Water signs. Spirit is really it's like this is a hard message because now I'm feeling slight resistance. Whoever's watching this, you're resisting. And I can feel it, and that's okay. Spirit is very adamant because they're still present. Please receive. This is for you. This is meant for you. This greatness, this love, it's all meant for you. Like literally before you, because you're like, how do I do that? Before you go to bed tonight, if you pray, you meditate, whatever, if you don't do either of those things, just close your eyes and say, Spirit, universe, God, source, whatever, I receive. I receive your love and I thank you. That's it. Declare it. That's your reading, twins. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.